How is? Welcome to Too Savage. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really nice creamy red lentil dal with some roast spuds chip style. This video is dedicated to my brother Creamy, aka Creams, aka master of the fucking dal. Right, so let's get into it. Let's see what this is all about. So we're starting off with our red lentils. These are dried red lentils. They actually only take about 15 minutes to cook. We have a tin of tomatoes. We have some coconut cream from a tin of coconut milk. A red onion. That's full fat coconut milk, by the way. 2 cloves of garlic. A knob of ginger, probably the size of someone's index finger. We have a mix of whole spices. A mix of powdered spice with a secret ingredient that I'll get into later. Won't be so secret when I get into it. There's some coconut oil and some salt. Don't be afraid of salt. Anyways, let's rinse them red lentils. Preferably you want to leave these sitting for an hour, but sometimes we don't even have an hour, so just rinse it once or twice and you're good to go. And now we're going to start chopping our onions, our garlic and our ginger. We won't be cooking these at the same time now because garlic and ginger can burn. Actually, ginger isn't too bad, but garlic tends to burn and it can ruin a massive dish. Even if 1 clove burns, it can ruin a full dish, so we'll be gentle with that. You want to be careful with your garlic. That's what I'm trying to say. So once we have everything chopped up nice, we're just going to watch the only scene that Martin Scorsese directed. Back to cooking. So now we're going to go in with our coconut oil. We're just going to let that melt away as you would if you had a long week in work and you come home and you just sit down and you melt into the couch. Now we're going to go in with our whole spices. We have coriander seeds, nigella seeds, bird's eye chilies and curry leaves. You don't specifically have to use these spices, use whatever you have, but I have to say these went really well. Once they start popping, we're going to add in our red onion, add a bit of salt. Cook them for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to add our garlic and our ginger. And we're going to be, gentle with this, as I said. Be careful with your garlic. Going to keep it stirring for about 1 minute. And then we're going to add in our powdered spice. Our powdered spice consists of curry powder, coriander powder and turmeric. As I said before, you can mix this up, but I would recommend that you use curry powder or garam masala or both, but I actually really like curry powder. So we're going to let that toast for a bit. We're going to add a drop of water. And now we've essentially made a really nice curry paste. Almost forgot the secret ingredient with the powdered spice was gravy granules, plant-based. And then we're going to add the expensive tin of tomatoes from Aldi. And that's quite thick, so I thought I'm just going to add a drop of water. It's nice to have a jug of water on hand just in case. Just never add too much. But if you add too much, there's ways around it. We'll get into that later. So we're going to add our lentils now. As I said, we cook these to al dente because they will be sitting in the sauce for about 10 minutes. And we're going to mix them in nicely. And now it's a really, really important part right now. We're going to add our seasoning. So this is where we add our salt. So have a little taste, add a bit of salt, mix it, taste it again, see how it is. It doesn't have to be too salty, but it has to be seasoned. So when it comes off the heat, this is when we'll add our coconut cream. I added about 2 tablespoons and I mixed it in nice. You can leave this, you don't have to add this in. I just think it adds really nice richness and creaminess. Just a lack of Guinness at the moment. You know yourself. I added parsley at this point. I had it in the fridge. You don't have to add herbs. If you have coriander, basil, whatever you're into, whatever you have. If you don't, it's totally fine as well. Just add a nice stir. Now what will we have the dal with? Let's have a look around our presses and what will we find? 2 rooster potatoes. I eat a lot of spuds. I'm sure a lot of Irish people do. They're amazing, there's so much variety, there's so much you can do with them. I chose to chop these into chunky chip format. I gave them a generous season with salt and pepper and sunflower oil, gave them a good shake. Put them in the oven at 200 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes depending on your oven, giving them a shake halfway through. And I just want to take this time to say thank you to Joshua Murtha and Joey Wiedner for allowing us to use such a sexy track. Listen to that, guys. So good. So there's many ways to enjoy this. I had it 2 different ways. Separately, I made a turmeric cashew cream and a chili coriander oil. I had one on toast and then one on a plate and made it look nice. And without further ado, here it is.